Picture this, a shiny new Bugatti parked right in the middle of Skid Row. Crazy, right? Skid Row, known for its tent cities and daily struggles, isn't exactly a playground for million-dollar cars. But that's where we find our story. This isn't about a tech bro flexing, it's about a man named James, who went from sleeping on cardboard to owning one of the world's most expensive cars. How? Why? Buckle up because James's story is a wild ride. We live in a world obsessed with wealth. Billionaires blast off into space while millions struggle just to put food on the table. The gap between the haves and the have-nots? It's a chasm, a gaping wound on society. James knew this divide all too well. He'd felt the sting of poverty, the cold indifference of the world. He was invisible, just another face in the crowd. But James had a secret, a dream hidden deep inside, a dream bigger than Bugatti's price tag. Life on the streets is brutal. Every day is a fight for survival. Finding food, shelter, and safety becomes a full-time job. The constant fear, the gnawing hunger, the bone-chilling cold, it wears you down. People stop seeing you. You become invisible. This was James's reality. He spent his days scavenging for scraps, his nights huddled in doorways. People walked past, their eyes sliding over him. He was just another homeless man, forgotten, dismissed. But James never gave up hope. He clung to it, a tiny flicker in the darkness. He believed in miracles, in second chances. And one day, his miracle arrived. It wasn't a lottery win, not a handout from a rich benefactor. It was something far more powerful, an opportunity. James stumbled upon a discarded lottery ticket, crumpled and tossed aside. He picked it up, smoothed out the creases and took it to a nearby store. The cashier scanned the ticket. Silence. Then, a gasp. "You've won!" Section 5. The day everything changed. The numbers on that ticket changed everything. Suddenly James wasn't invisible anymore. He was a millionaire, a winner, someone who mattered. He could finally afford a warm meal, a safe place to sleep. But James wanted more than just comfort. He wanted to make a statement, to show the world that even in the depths of despair, dreams can come true. He walked into a Bugatti dealership, cash in hand, and bought the most extravagant car he could find. He drove it straight to Skid Row. Section 6. Millionaires and Misconceptions. The sight of a Bugatti on Skid Row sent shockwaves through the community. It was an unusual and almost surreal scene, a stark contrast between extreme wealth and abject poverty. People stopped and stared, their mouths agape. The juxtaposition was too jarring to ignore, and it drew a crowd almost instantly. Some were angry, accusing James of flaunting his wealth. They saw it as a cruel display, a taunt to those who had nothing. Voices rose in heated arguments, and the tension in the air was palpable. Others were inspired, seeing his story as a beacon of hope. They believed that if James could rise from such humble beginnings to own a Bugatti, then perhaps they too could change their fortunes. His presence became a symbol of possibility and resilience. The police were called, suspecting illegal activity. The sight of such an expensive car in such a downtrodden area raised suspicions. Officers arrived, ready to investigate what they assumed was a case of stolen property or some other crime. But James had all the paperwork. He calmly presented his documents, proving that the car was legally his. The officers, though initially skeptical, had no choice but to accept the evidence. He owned the car, fair and square. James stood proudly next to his Bugatti, a testament to his hard work and determination. His story was not one of crime, but of success against all odds. The situation highlighted a fundamental truth. We judge people based on appearances, on preconceived notions. The sight of a luxury car in a poor neighborhood challenged these biases, forcing people to confront their own assumptions. A homeless man in a Bugatti? It seemed impossible, yet there it was, right before their eyes. The image was a powerful reminder that appearances can be deceiving. It challenged everything they thought they knew. Conversations buzzed through the crowd as people tried to make sense of what they were seeing. The event became a catalyst for deeper reflection on wealth, poverty, and the assumptions we make about each other. Section 7. Redefining Success. In this chapter we delve into the profound journey of James, a man whose life story challenges conventional notions of success. James's story isn't just about a car, It's a narrative that goes beyond material possessions and delves into the essence of what it means to truly succeed. It's about challenging our definition of success. In a world where success is often measured by wealth and status, James's journey prompts us to rethink these metrics. Is it about accumulating wealth, or is it about overcoming adversity? James's life forces us to ask ourselves these critical questions. Is it about the size of your bank account, or the size of your dreams? James teaches us that dreams, no matter how big or small, are the true currency of success. James reminds us that success comes in many forms. It can be found in the joy of small victories, the fulfillment of personal goals, and the resilience to keep moving forward. For him, it was about reclaiming his dignity, a journey that began with small steps but led to monumental changes, proving that even a homeless man can achieve the impossible. James's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the human spirit. He didn't let his circumstances define him. Instead, he used them as a stepping stone to reach greater heights. He dared to dream big, and in those dreams he found the strength to change his reality, and in doing so, he inspired others to do the same. James's journey is a powerful reminder that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth, resilience, and inspiration. His story encourages us to redefine success in our own lives, to look beyond the superficial and to find true fulfillment in our personal journeys. James's legacy is not just his achievements but the hope and inspiration he instills in others. As we reflect on James's story, let us remember that success is not measured by what we have, but by who we become in the process. Let us all strive to redefine success in our own unique ways. Section 8, A Story for Our Times. James's story is a powerful reminder that we live in a world where extremes coexist. In our daily lives, we often pass by these extremes without a second thought. We see the glimmering skyscrapers that symbolize success and wealth, and just a few steps away, we encounter the harsh reality of those who have been left behind. We see unimaginable wealth and heartbreaking poverty. The contrast is stark and often jarring. It's a visual representation of the divide that exists in our society, a divide that seems to grow wider with each passing day. It's easy to become numb to the inequality, to accept it as the status quo, but we shouldn't. Every person we pass on the street has a story, a history, and a future that could be changed with just a little bit of help and understanding. Ignoring the problem doesn't make it go away. It only deepens the divide. James's story is a call to action, a challenge to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in making our world a more equitable place. Whether it's through volunteering, donating, or simply showing kindness to those in need, every action counts. It's a reminder that everyone deserves a chance, a shot at a better life. Success shouldn't be reserved for the few, it should be accessible to all. When we help others, we not only improve their lives but also enrich our own. So the next time you see someone struggling, remember James. Remember that your small act of kindness can make a big difference. It's not just about giving money, it's about giving hope, showing compassion, and being a part of the solution. Remember that everyone has a story, and sometimes those stories can surprise you. They can inspire you, challenge you, and change the way you see the world. By taking the time to listen and understand, we can build a more connected and compassionate community. What are your thoughts on James's story? Share your comments below. Your voice matters, and together, we can create a dialogue that leads to real change. Let's start a conversation about how we can make a difference, one story at a time.